again.
Hi guys.
Hi, this is Josephine.
And my name's Rachel. Yeah.
Again, now it's a good time for me to ask Rachel because in Tokyo, the capital of Japan for sure, there are many new generations ideas. And how does this city attract you for missions?
For missions, yeah. Well, Japan has had missionaries coming for hundreds of years.
Oh.
There's a long missions history in Japan, and yet there's still less than 1% Christian. Population-wise, Japan is the second largest unreached people group in the world.
Okay. What is the most?
You're putting me on the spot. I think it's either people group in India or Indonesia, one of those countries. Probably India. But Japan's number 2. So, and there's reasons for that. And yet, Japan also has one of the most powerful passports in the world. So I don't know if you guys have heard of the 1040 window to know, like if you look at latitudes 10 and 40, and within that, that's where a majority of the world's unreached people groups reside. Like people who in their population, there's like less than 2%, less than 3% Christians. They're not able to, without outside help, share the gospel with their own people. And that represents 3 billion people in the world are within the 1040 window. But Japan has a powerful passport and a powerful world influence. So if Japan was able to become a nation that sends out missionaries, I really believe that could be a tipping point to see the entire 1040 window reached and the Great Commission completed. But we need people to come to Japan, and we need long-term commitment for this nation to be changed, both in prayer and in finances and in service, like people physically coming here, so that we can finish the Great Commission. Romans 10, 14 and 15 always is so important for me in thinking about this. It says, "How then can they call on him in whom they have not believed? And how can they believe without hearing about him? And how can they hear without a preacher? And how can they preach unless they are sent? As it is written, how beautiful are the feet of those who bring the good news." And I can say that as one who has been blessed by so many who've committed to partnering with me and sending me here. I am the recipient of a lot of kindness and support and partnership. People are committing to Japan with me by sending me here. So it's
from USA?
Yeah, from the US. It really is the sending is just as important as the going. So I'd encourage you to prayerfully, consider: is God asking you to send someone and or to go yourself? Those are really, and even though I'm sent, I'm also commanded to send others too. So to consider that as well.
How do you enjoy the work or the lives in Japan?
There's a lot of really great things about Japan. People always talk about the toilets. They're usually heated seats. They all have bidets on them.
Everywhere.
Yeah.
Can I imagine?
Yeah, it's
everywhere.
extremely clean here. There's all the modern comforts, I think. And yet, Tokyo is an incredibly isolating place to live. You have like millions and millions of people crammed into a small space, and yet we're so isolated from one another. So it's very lonely, and coming with a team is really important, and finding just solid community, and also setting your expectations correctly. There will always be relational turnover when you live overseas, and asking God to meet you in that and support you in that is really important.
Thank you, Rachel.
Yeah.
So if we have some people who are interested or eager to serve in Japan, what would you recommend?
I would say definitely start reading about Japan now. There's great books and resources out there about missionaries who have come. Silent is a really great book, and movie. The Japanese Mind is another great resource I'm working through right now to really understand Japanese culture a little bit better. I think also just prayer. Start
Yeah.
praying for Japan. Yeah, and let God lead you and change your own heart through prayer. I would love to receive your prayers. Just
お客様が映ってしまうカメラに
oh, hi. 大丈夫です。